With regard to the question before tonight's lecture, last night's lecture, you still are not clear on the rapture. Is it to take place or not? I would encourage somebody who didn't understand, because my answer was very clear, I would encourage somebody who doesn't understand what I was saying last night to please get the DVDs. That one lecture entitled Christian Deceptions in the End Time, I cover 4 subjects: changing God's Word, food for thought, hell, and the secret rapture. I cover 4 subjects. It's a massive lecture. I haven't had space to do it for you here. Maybe we can fit in an extra lecture sometime and put it in. But there is a challenge with the secret rapture doctrine. I'm going to explain to you tonight who the Jesuits are. Right? So if you don't know about the Jesuits, don't worry. I'm going to explain it to you tonight. But the Jesuits are a secret organization that have come up with doctrines to take the heat off the Antichrist. So in the time of Martin Luther, there was a major spotlight of focus on the Pope to say, you're the Antichrist. Right up till, way after that, and even up to the 1800s, 1900s, people knew that the Pope was the Antichrist. Who's the head of Ireland today? What's his name? Parsley, isn't it? Paisley. He, before he now was elected and whatever, when John Paul II went to the United Nations, he stood up with a big placard in the back of the United Nations which said, you are the Antichrist. Right? So there are people that knew it and still know it. Now, in order to take the heat off, in order for 1,000 delegates at the United Nations to think that Paisley's an idiot, the Jesuits' role was to take the heat off the Antichrist. And the way they did that was to come up with 2 doctrines, Alcazar and Ribera. Those are the names of 2 Jesuits, right? Alcazar wrote a 500 or a 900-page book, and Ribera wrote a 500-page book. And what these 2 books did is they take the 70-week prophecy of Daniel and they rape it. They take the last week, and you now don't count 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72. Now you count 66, 67, 68, 69, 90, 91, 92, 93, 70, 94, 95, etc. They take that 170th week, they bastardize it, excuse my English, and they put it in the future. It is a satanic doctrine because you rip out the heart of the chiasm. It makes me so angry. Now, the only reason they do that is to take the heat of the Antichrist. We are told today in Christianity that the Antichrist is coming in some future period, some 7-year tribulation period. Excuse me, if you watch the lecture, I gave you 21 biblical characteristics. The very first one said he's already working in Paul's day and he will last until the time when the Ancient of Days comes to fetch us. He's not coming in some future time. He's already with us. He has been since the time of Paul. Right? It's a system. It's a power. It's the Roman Catholic system of authority. Now, does the rapture doctrine stand? Well, the answer to that is, if the Antichrist comes in the future, yes, it does. If the Antichrist is the Roman Catholic Church system, as the Bible teaches, it can't. Because for the rapture, you have to have the Antichrist in the future. That's the one answer. So the short answer to this is no. Second problem that you can look at, go and have a look in Luke or in Matthew. It says, one will be taken, one will be left. One will be taken, one will be left. One will be taken, one will be. It will be as it was in the days of Moses. It'll be as it was in the days of Noah. One will be taken, one will be left. Right, let's go back to the time of Noah. Now, go back in history. Take out the history book. Noah did what? He built something. A shark. I heard a shark. No. he had a shark outside, right? He built an ark. Right? And he called some animals inside, and then the Lord closed the door. And then what happened? By the way, did they keep the Sabbath? Did they keep the Sabbath? Did Noah keep the Sabbath? He absolutely kept the Sabbath. Even the Lord even kept them in the ark for 7 days before the rain came. Anyway, the rain comes down, and then what happens? Floods, right? Okay, this is not rocket science, people. Rain, water, flood. We've seen it here in Natal. Question. After the flood, who's been taken away and who's left? The wicked have been taken away, and the righteous are left. Okay? So the example that is given to us in the New Testament, it'll be as it was in the days of Noah. One will be taken and one will be left. One will be taken, one will be left. There will be one in the field and one will be taken. Two men in one bed and one will be taken. Where to, Lord? Read Luke. There where the eagles are gathered together. That's where they will be taken to. I don't want to be there where the eagles gather, do you? Have you seen the vultures circle in the Kruger National Park? They normally circle there where the carrion is, where the dead bodies are. Where will we be taken to, Lord? There'll be one taken and one left. Right, who's taken? The example is Noah's day, so one will be taken. Who's that, wicked or righteous? Wicked. The wicked get taken in the days of Noah. So they ask the Lord, okay, where to, Lord? Well, there where the eagles are gathered together. So what the Jesuits have done is they've taken a doctrine of Christ, and in perfect fashion, they've turned it upside down, which is a symbol of occultism. I explained that to you last night, right? Now, the righteous are taken, and the wicked are left. Instead of, like it says, the wicked are taken, and the righteous are left. So they turn it upside down. It's occultism. Secondly, or thirdly, because that's the second point, thirdly, I have a question. If all the righteous are gone, who's going to do all the work to convert the wicked afterwards? The Pope. No, sir, he's taken. He's the good guy. No, right. But you see the problem. You need a pastor, or you need somebody that got some Bible experience or something to lead you. But all those good guys are in heaven. So now the wicked are on earth, and they don't know what the Bible is. So who's going to help them to learn the Bible if all the righteous are in heaven? Does it make sense?